The James Show Podcast.
Some people are already reporting some election irregularities. Let's talk about the confusion that is had because some rules changed in Dallas County.
Well, Tiffany, we told everyone this morning on Daybreak about this change this year, this election day in Dallas County, requiring voters to go to a specific voting location. Well, we are already seeing the confusion this morning, including here at Fretz Park. We were talking to some voters as they were leaving here in the parking lot. Many told us they showed up here because it's where they always vote, only to be told they had to go to another location. I spoke with the election judge here. He told me there's been plenty of confusion because of this new change and that it was not in effect for early voting. It's in effect only today on Election Day. Now, complicating things further, two voters can live in the same precinct yet have different voting locations depending if they're voting in the Democrat or Republican primary. At Fretz Park, it's the location for only two precincts in the Democratic primary, but 5 in the Republican primary. So easy to understand why voters are confused and frustrated.
Well, this is the place I voted for the last 3 elections, and I get here and they tell me I have to go someplace else. And this happens every election. They have some craziness when you get here. I think this is on purpose and it's designed to make us not vote, and it should stop.
Oh, it's designed to make you not vote. They're putting hurdles and they're making it hard for the common people to vote. Who's in charge of elections in Dallas County? Oh, that's right. The people you're probably voting for. I mean, who do you complain to about that? Well, gee, let's go to the hyper red parts of Texas. Are they having confusing voting changes every election? Whole lot of complaints out there. Now, actually, in Collin County, WFAA reports that they're having a record high turnout.
Yeah, we're here at Carpenter Park Recreation Center this morning where things have been fairly quiet so far, which might seem pretty typical for a primary election, but this year has not seemed pretty typical. So far in Collin County, this one feels a little bit different. Already through 11 days of early voting, more than 132,000 people have already cast a ballot. Now, to put that in perspective, total turnout 2 years ago was just under 138,000. Today, there are 86 polling locations open, 50 more than during early voting. But officials warn that peak times could mean long lines.
Yeah, so they're having record high voting turnout in red state or red county, Texas. Confusing low turnouts with voters complaining in blue county, Texas. Just a coincidence. I'm sure both parties equally want to hear from the voters of the United States, or at least Texas. I'm sure it's not like one party opposes things even when 80% of America wants them, like voter ID or deportations. I mean, who on earth would want to thwart the will of the American people when 80% of them support a policy? I mean, who in their right mind could call themselves democracy? What's the word for it? Oh, yeah, that's right. Democrat. That's what it is. And you go out and you have a hissy fit. You lose in the elections. 80% of America wants deportation. So what do? You go get a bunch of signs. You go get a bunch of foreign flags and you go block streets because you don't get your way. And you have the cojones to call yourself a Democrat. I don't think you're really that far wed to democracy, or else you'd support voter ID. 80% of the American public wants voter ID. So if you were democratically minded, if you were fighting for the little guy, the will of the people, wouldn't you be fighting for that, for the policies that the will of the people want? Oh, it's a funny thing that they're doing over there. And I don't know how many times it has to happen in front of their face before they finally wake up and they realize, maybe these people aren't on our side. Maybe these people really don't want what's best for us. Maybe those people on the other side aren't racist, sexist, bigot, homophobe, fascist, literally Hitler, Nazis. Maybe I should listen to them when it comes to some of these other issues. Look, I'm not saying the dam is breaking, but there are cracks in it. And eventually, I can't help but think that there's going to be a breakout from the demographic capture that has been so painfully successful by the Democrat Party. They're breaking out of it, and you can kind of just slowly sort of see it happen right in front of your face. It starts with that guy in that very end. It's almost like they're doing this on purpose. Who is they? Who? It's almost like, who is doing this on purpose, sir? Go ahead and finish that sentence. And then let's have a talk about it. Because if you're having some election day confusion, maybe you shouldn't be voting for the party that has you so ticked off about the voting rules. Remember, I think the killer part about this story from WFAA is the soundbite at the end here.
And frustrated.
Well, this is the place I voted for the last 3 elections, and I get here and they tell me I have to go someplace else. And this happens every election. They have some craziness when you get here. I think this is on purpose, and it's designed to make us not vote, and it should stop.
If you were the party that was slipping fake ballots in the ballot box, would it help your cause if you could suppress the votes from actual alive citizens who are casting legit ballots? Yeah, kinda. If you were slipping fake votes into the ballot box, would it be better or worse for you if we had voter ID in this country? Would it be better or worse for you if we had mail-in voting in this country? You know, if you have all kinds of voter security measures and one side wants all of them and the other side wants none of them, which side do you think is most likely to be cheating? Or do you believe that there's no cheating in a democratic process? So I'm going to play you this story, and then I'm going to give you one fact at the end of this story that's going to change everything. But first, WFAA has the report on a racist video in Birdville.
Birdville High School student was expelled after posting a disturbing and racist video targeting a Burleson Centennial basketball player. That video shows the Centennial player's face stitched onto a brutal scene from the miniseries Roots. District leaders say they identified that 16-year-old and revoked his open enrollment status. That video has since been taken down.
Okay. Before I even do the big reveal here, let's go ahead and point out some things that you're already thinking about this story. Because the first thing I thought about this story was, hang on a second, Carmelo Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf in the heart at a track meet. He died. He murdered a kid, allegedly, murdered a kid at a track meet. He didn't get expelled from school. But if you send a racist video, not even like in the school or at the school or have anything to do with the school, you're just known to have sent a racist video, made a racist video, you get expelled from school. You get that? Murdering, a black kid murdering a white kid, no big deal. A black kid seeing a racist video, expel him! Here's where it gets really crazy. This is going to blow your mind. The kid who made the video and sent it got expelled. Black. I don't know what to think about that. I don't have all the answers. Because is it racist if a black guy makes it? I mean, I'm not doing my rules. I'm doing their rules. You know how like you can't say the N-word, or if I said the N-word, I'd be fired immediately, never work in radio again. Yet you can pop in a Jay-Z album in your YouTube feed and it's the N-word like every sentence. Nas had an album named the N-word. No big deal. It won awards for a word I'm not even allowed to say. And so we've always lived under this double standard. Well, they can say it because, I mean, it's not like they could be using a racial slur against black people when they themselves are black. So you can do a racial slur video as a black person and it's still offensive. Why didn't they say the race of the person that got expelled? Wouldn't that kind of change the whole racial dynamic? So what this means is like the demand for racism outstrips the supply of actual racism so far and so hard. We're now just accidentally rolling up black people in the anti-racism crusade. How bizarre is that? How would you like to be the black kid that got expelled for making a video that's insensitive about black people? What the hell is going on? And the video is not even, I don't want to say it's not that bad, but for a 16-year-old kid, he just cropped off the head of a guy who is on another basketball team that he plays against. And he put it on the head of the scene in Roots where, you know, your name is Toby, that one. And he's like, no, my name's Kunta. He's like, say your name. He's like, Kunta. No, your name is Toby. It was that scene, and it's not even that well done. And it's not even like a racist thing. It's just like, you got whooped. You know, it's not like he put his head on the monkeys or the apes. Remember how Trump got in trouble for that last month? I mean, he didn't put the heads on that. It was in a video that he shared. But it was this scene.
Your name is Toby.
That one. Your name is Toby. Okay, I guess. I mean, there wasn't any bananas involved. There wasn't any other like harmful racial stereotypes. It's not like you made him illiterate. Remember with Gavin Newsom? Hey, blacks, I'm just like you. I get terrible grades and I can't read. And what are the rules now? Just tell me what the rules are, because I don't want to get in trouble. I'll color inside the lines here. I'm a good boy. But I don't know. So a black kid can get rolled up and expelled from school, not get suspended, not get detention, not get a demerit, not get an N in his citizenship. Well, the N is one of the grades for. I'm not saying N because it's the N, but I got a lot of N's on my report card. Okay, but remember, Gavin Newsom. I'm dumb. I'm illiterate, just like you.
I'm trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
Jesus.
Maybe the wrong business to be in.
Jesus. So a privileged white millionaire nephew of Nancy Pelosi, governor of a state, can say that about black people. And not only is he not condemned for it, he is the front runner for president in 2028. But a 16-year-old black kid makes a video from Your Name is Toby, expelled from school. What are the rules? What's going on? I don't know. That's a weird one. My mind is blown. I can't explain it. I don't think there is an explanation for it other than, look, dude, we're running out of ways to convince black people to vote for Democrats, so we're just scaring them against white people. Well, what about when this white guy says something really racist? Well, he's our best candidate for 2028, so we'll have to let that one slide. I don't get it. I guess I'm not supposed to get it. I'm just supposed to keep my mouth shut, and maybe they'll find some reason to fire me for a light and transient cause. I'm not making any videos, that's for damn sure. Dave Matthews Band coming to Dos Equis Pavilion on May 9th. Get tickets and information at livenation.com. And they're also giving away tickets on the morning show all week. So if you listen to the WBAP morning show and you can put up with Hal, Ernie, and Carla long enough, maybe you can win some tickets from them. And I am kidding. Don't go tell them I said that. They're a great show. I'm a fan for years. All right, that's going to about do it for the James Show. I just want to remind you that we are going to be doing some special coverage tonight on WBAP after Mark Levin. As the results are coming in, we'll be sharing them out with you because it is election night in Texas. But stick around. Mark Levin's coming up next on News Talk 820, 93.3 FM, WBAP.
The James Show Podcast.